DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our FIFA 21 QPR Career Mode. Today, we're going to be getting into some very, very tricky games. I believe it's Man City followed by Liverpool. Yeah, two very, very tough games. We'll also get out this month and we'll see what comes back for us for the next set of youth players coming through as well. But we've been told a couple of times, my man Gavin has told me or recommended down below to try out a sort of two-cam position behind a striker. Now, the main reason I haven't tried this is because the 4-5-1 kind of specifically is the main one I can think of that kind of runs that kind of system. Doesn't play like a 4-5-1 at all. It kind of plays like a really weird 4-2-4. It's like, I can't even explain it. It's like a 4-1-4-1, but the cams kind of sit really wide. So you kind of have like a left winger and a left mid, and then one CDM, and I just find it leaves you very exposed. What I might try is, if in the latter stages of either of these games we're looking comfortable, then maybe I'll try it out. Maybe I'll give it a little go partway through the game, but I haven't got the intention of starting a formation like that just because it doesn't really suit FIFA 21. FIFA 20, 4-5-1 was actually quite effective sometimes, but in 21 it just doesn't really play like a 4-5-1. So thank you for the suggestion. If we end up trying it, obviously I'll mention that we're changing to it. But for now, we're just going to get ready to go to this Man City game. It's going to be a tough episode today, but hopefully we can pick up some very important points in keeping up with the teams above us. Okay, going up against one of the best teams in the league, and we're going with a relatively normal side here. We got Ramsdale, Hammerline and Webster Dickey and Ludwig coming in for Fisher. Amos with Chalobah still starting even though he's tired, but I haven't really got many rotation options right now. Could play Don Ball, but he's on a -3, and I don't really think that's the play to kind of go for it now. Bright on the left, Ellis Todd on the right, Pepe Arce at Cam with Lyndon Dykes up top. We're going to give it our all. We're going to go for it. You can see it's a fully fit Man City side. Man City and Liverpool, two teams that tend to run out of fitness quickly, so maybe we're going to have to try and outplay them a little bit, but I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to go for it. Okay, here we go. Up against Man City at the Etihad. Going to be a tricky old game. I mean, both games today are going to be tough games, but hopefully we can come away with 3 very, very important points. Again, I'm not going to hold my breath on this one, but hopefully the kind of plans I've got of how I'm going to play this, the kind of ticky-tack I'm going to try and pull off, and the way I want to try and work this ball up today is going to help me out. I've done a couple of little test games this morning over on Ultimate Team, playing against, well, it was against Legendary, not Ultimate. But just see if hopefully we can try and turn this around a little bit and come up with this little tactic to try and help us out in these tough games like this. Rob Dickey's going to look forward here. We're going to find Pepe Arce. Pepe Arce now going to have to take his time, waiting for somebody to commit. We get it to Bright. Bright now going to try and set Ellis Todd away. Ellis Todd on that left foot of his. There we go. Lovely stuff. Ellis Todd comes through with the first goal. And mate, that is a very, very important start for us. Again, that wasn't necessarily down to these little tactics and things I was looking at. One thing I did want to do though is wait, because if we had a free kick, wait for them to really pull that line deep. Wait for Ellis Todd to drop back into it. And there we go. Just tap that past Edison, one of the best keepers in the game in my opinion. So very, very happy to get the goal against him there. But Ellis Todd, again, this season, he's just doing bits, man. 4 goals already this season. He's doing really, really well. You'll love to see it. Let's keep this up. That's a really good start. Man City got the ball out wide here. Hammerline hasn't quite been able to get to that, but that's a good little bit of a play between Bernardo Silva and Gabriel Jesus. We've got to be careful here to not let him get that ball backwards, which he is going to, but Bright hopefully going to try and close Cancelo down there. Just to, again, keep pushing them backwards. It forces that early cross, and thankfully, the man, Luke Amos, one of the most consistent players in this entire save for us, is back there, and Bright has absolutely set the burners on here. Joe Gomez getting absolutely nowhere near him. Oh, he doesn't get that. Let's go. I thought Joe Gomez had just won that ball off of the toes of Bright Asayasema, but he hadn't. And Lyndon Dykes, a man who's had a bit of a sticky start to the season, a little bit of a goal drought at times. I think, though, that is his 6th goal in the season so far. So that is absolutely fantastic. I honestly thought, again, I thought we bottled that. I thought we'd lost the ball. But, mate, really good stuff. Bright Asayasema comes across, and, mate, Lyndon Dykes in the spot where he needs to be. Fantastic stuff there from Bright. And Lyndon makes it 2 after 20 minutes. What a start. They're working this round quite nicely. Jesus here. Webster's got to stand him up. Well done again. Adam Webster, mate, having an absolute blinder. Have to say, he has started this game fantastically. Thankfully, we got a little bit lucky there with that being a foul. De Bruyne is going to get booked, I think, for that. Oh, no, he isn't. Okay, that's fine. But, mate, this has been a really tricky start. We've had to be very, very careful. But, We're looking a little bit suspect at the back, making a couple of little faux pas, a little few issues. But, mate, that's a ball from Chalobah. Go on, Chalobah, mate. Into Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd going to play it across to Lyndon Dykes. Lyndon Dykes. Oh, it's a good save from Edison. Needed it to be a little bit nearer that corner as we aimed it, but that's a very good save. Could have been 3 on that counter-attack. That would have been fantastic. But so far, honestly, man of the match is Webster. He has been phenomenal. Hold on, Pepe Ars here. Lyndon, get there first. Not quite. Luke Amos has got space ahead of him. I have to say, Man City running a really weird defensive line. It leaves us with plenty of chances. Sadly, the ball from Amos wasn't quite what we needed, but mate, the line they are running is such an odd one. It really does open us up to really try and break them down. A minute added on here. We'll stick this to the end here. I'm just going to get rid of this, I think, and hopefully just let the whistle go, and it does. Man, a weird first half. Huge play from Webster especially, but the defensive line not doing too bad in general anyway. But Lyndon Dykes and Ellis Todd both getting on the score sheet, and I have to say, very happy with this first half display. Again, a slightly odd one in regards to the fact that, you know, there's been a few chances where they've had, and we've just done really good at blocking stuff. But, mate, thankfully, the 2-0 lead is exactly what we needed. I might end up going to the 2-cam roll at some point, maybe if we can secure another goal. But we're going to bring on Ozzy Kakai here. Can I run anyone at... Oh, you know what? We're going to just have to play Ozzy as a massively off-chem player here. Although I've got him on a -8. I've actually completely botched that. I now can't really do that. Don Ball's going to come. He's on a -7. Can I not make him a CDM again? How have I messed this up? How have I actually messed this up? I want a CDM. Oh, I'll fix it and then we'll be back. Lost the ball in a bit of a dodgy spot here. Got to be careful as they're trying to make overlapping runs down that middle. Ozzy Kakai's trying to get there to sort of hold that man off, but the ball over the top hasn't quite worked out, and Hamalainen has been able to collect it. And maybe we can try and start a little something here because we've got the pace of these players going forward, and this is a really good start here. Luke Amos going to turn and find Bright back on that wing. Bright aside, making that run. Going to play it into Lyndon Dykes. Oh, not the best first touch, but he's got... Oh, no, Pepe Ars has taken it off of him, and Pepe Ars was offside. Oh, that could have been 3. That's so unfortunate, man. That could have been 3, but it's just hit Pepe Ars just as Bright, look, as he looks to line up, sorry, Lyndon Dykes, just as he tries to take the shot. Oh, it's not going to show it, but it just bounces off Pepe Ars, he's running back. That's so unfortunate, man, so unfortunate. And they've taken off Jesus. I didn't see who they brought on. Is it going to be Aguero? Please don't be. It's Aguero. Oh, Pepe Ars has won the ball in a fantastic spot here. Pepe Ars, Lyndon Dykes is there, but Pepe's going to go for it himself. And boy, does he not regret doing that. 3-0, and I have to say, that is fantastic. Pepe Ars won that himself in that bottom corner there. I think it's Laporte kind of messing about with it. Pepe Ars wins it off of him. It might be him and Angelino between them making mistakes, but he steps up, finds a goal. Let's get that 4-5-1 rocking. Lovely stuff. Well done to Pepe Ars. 3 goals, big dub. Okay, so Bright and Amos both going off. Lamb is coming on at left back. Hamalainen's moved up to left mid. Harvey Elliott has come on for Amos, who's obviously going to play as the other cam role with Pepe Ars. Dykes up top, Ellis Todd still on the right, and Ozzy Kakai is a lone centre mid, but he is actually playing as a CDM. So we'll see how it works. I do think the midfield is going to be a little bit opened up for us. You can see Harvey Elliott there is the guy who was sort of central. It was out wide instead of being central, and he's actually meant to be the cam. We've got to be careful here. Good tackle there from Webster. But again, we'll see how it works. If it feels okay, then we'll run it. But again, I'm not overly sold with the 4-5-1, but at least we'll be able to say we gave it a try and saw how it seemed for us. But here's Harvey Elliott with a good run, actually. You know what? This could be a good opening feature for it. You know what? Okay. Man City, tired legs, opened up defence. Regardless, it has worked. Harvey Elliott has found space. Again, out wide, so he wasn't really playing as a cam there. But if you're going to score goals, I guess it doesn't make too much of a difference. You can see where Ellis Todd is quite far back there. But, mate, lovely stuff. 4-0 against Man City. I genuinely think we are Man City's weak team. We are their weakness. They never play well against us. We've absolutely bodied them yet again. 4-0. Absolute scenes. Oh, they've worked this round quite nicely. Sterling, great tackle there from Rob Dickie. Rob Dickie's done so well there to step in and just stop Sterling from making anything. Ellis Todd has played a lovely ball to Ozzy. And Pepe Ars is through yet again. You can see the tired legs of Cancelo not going to keep up with him. Pepe Ars, can he get a brace against Man City? 5-0. 5-0 against Manchester City. We've absolutely dominated them. That is incredible. I actually can't believe it. We've been all over them, boys. We've actually been all over them. Pepe Ars this 4th goal of the season already. And, mate, again, in that scenario, Pepe Arce, I don't think would quite be in that position if we were playing the 4-2-3-1. He was just that little bit wider. He was assigned to being sort of running with Cancelo there instead of being a bit more central with either Laporte or Gomez. So, really good stuff. I have to say, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of the 4-5-1, in this scenario, at the very least, it has worked dividends. It's been effective. Maybe this could be a late game strategy for us. Maybe this needs to be my new sort of defensive tactic. We will wait and see. Last kicks of the ball here. There we go. That is full time. An absolute thrashing of Manchester City. 5-0 to QPR. A result that I know for sure I didn't expect. But mate, Pep, you've been outclassed today, lad. 5-0. Huge result. And honestly, it's just worked wonders. The team has played really, really well. Pepe Arce and Webster, for me, two absolutely incredible games from them today. Also, not a bad showing from Linden. Obviously getting 2 goals himself as well, which is really, really good to see. But mate, I can't say anything more than just fair blooming play. The boys were fantastic today. We actually dominated Man City. It's crazy to say that. Well, that absolutely huge performance, that goal difference has done us a world of good as we fly up to 3rd place there. Still level on points with Crystal Palace, Manchester United, Arsenal, and Liverpool and Chelsea. That's actually humongous. Obviously, we leapfrogged Man City as they were a point ahead of us and all those other teams as well. But mate, looking at this, Crystal Palace obviously ahead of us purely on the goals scored. They've conceded more, but they have scored more, and the goal difference is the same. So just goes to show, you know what? I actually don't feel quite as bad about the issue against Palace. Like, obviously, still gutted the way that it happened, but they're clearly doing very well this season, up in 2nd place. My plan was to steal a Berriese from them, but mate, I don't think he's going to want to go if they secure European football anyway. But fair play, Spurs still the team to beat, still the team to catch, but we have got to play another one of those teams on high points, and that is Liverpool up next. That could be a huge, huge game. We could go to 25, or they could, and obviously all the other teams around us still all to play for. It's going to be a tough one. Let's just get into it because I'm actually excited. Okay, so the game against Liverpool, you can see, as I mentioned in that last game, the fact that Man City were at full fitness and everything, and that they were going to get drained quickly, and they did. Liverpool starting on not full fitness. I don't get what it is with Liverpool and City, but their fitness is always terrible, and I don't know why. But regardless, we've got pretty much the same lineup. Agu coming in at CBM for Chalobah, and Fisher starting ahead of Ludwig for this game. But otherwise, the rest of the team played so well against City, it felt daft to drop anyone. Elyounoussi and Ilias Chair probably will make appearances in this game. Also got Ozzy Kaka, who's now training to potentially become a CDM, to be that new sort of rotation CDM or centre-back, and he can play at left-back and right-back. He is going to be a very good versatile figure for us going forward. Carter Vickers, I might get on at some point, but we've just got so many players, and they're playing so well now. It's good to have this strength of squad, but when we haven't had a midweek game, it feels a lot stronger than it is when we do have the midweek, because we have plenty of options when the team is this fighting fit. But let's get into it. We beat City. Can we take on Liverpool? Let's find out. Okay, home at the Kian Prince. Hopefully today, again, a good result is what we need, because playing against any team right now, it doesn't matter whether it's one of the teams up there or one of the teams down near the bottom. We just need to keep up with the teams around us. We need to make sure that we do not drop the ball, because if we do, there are plenty of teams to overtake us. There are plenty of teams to compete with us. If those teams all keep winning, then we've got to just keep winning as well. That's all we can do right now. I have no concept of whether any of those other teams are playing against each other. I'm fairly sure United are playing against like Newcastle. I think Chelsea were playing like another team that weren't in those top like squads and stuff. So we just have to keep doing what we're doing. That's all we have to do. Linden and Pepe obviously both getting 2 goals in the last. Obviously Ellis Todd also playing out of his skin right now, doing really well. The only player I considered dropping was Bright, but then I remembered how good and how helpful he was down the wing. So without further ado, let's get into it. I am optimistic today after a massive result against City. I'm expecting a fantastic game today. Hopefully we keep playing to the level that we were, and if we do, mate, we can take on anyone. Bright cuts inside of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Right to tackle there as well. Bright going to keep it here. Going to try and play it inside. Pepe Arce has got there ahead of Fabinho. And boys, we start as we mean to go on. Pepe Arce with his 3rd goal in 2 games. I believe that's 5 in the league for him. This has been a real purple patch for him. This is just exactly what we need to do. It's the start we got against City was after 8. We get one after 4. Look, Fabinho just out-muscled by little old Pepe. Man like Arse. That might be Matip. Oh, no, it is Fabinho. Lovely stuff there. Honestly, I did not expect him to out-strength Fabinho in any stretch. That's poor defence from Fab, but that is a lovely goal for Pepe. Has 5 goals, apologies, in the league. What a man. Love to see it. Oh, good run here from Mane. Oh, it's changed my player. I was trying to get to Fisher, and it gave me Dickey, as I was changing, I flicked the right analog stick down and it gave me Dickey for some reason. But thankfully, Ramsdale equaled to it. And hold on a second here. Ellis Todd, we see that run from Lyndon. Lyndon Dykes isn't quite going to get there. Alisson out quick to it. That was a fantastic chance for a counter. And if we'd got a second after 12, I don't even know what I would say. We're just playing so well right now. This is so much more like it. Ellis Todd here. We see that run from Bright. That is a beautiful pass from Ellis Todd. Again, he's head of Trent Alexander-Arnold. But again, Alisson with a fantastic save. I wonder what rating Alisson is because he has been so good in this. We had the last episode of the QPR TG, which was yesterday as well. Alisson was doing bits against us. So Alisson against players in QPR shirts. It doesn't seem to go the way of the QPR players, does it? Ball into Amos here. Going to go to Rob Dickey. Dickey going to look down and find Webster. Webster, can he keep this alive? He can. Just about to Dykes. Dykes gets it to Rob Dickey. Again, going to look wide and find Amos. Amos try and play it inside. Gets it to Ellis Todd. We have done really well to keep this alive here. Dykes gets a lucky touch off of... Oh, mate, off of Van Dijk. And there we go. Pepe Arce with his second. He is in absolutely electric form right now. 2 goals in 2 games consecutively. You love to see it. 4 goals in 2. Mate, we got lucky there with that touch as Dykes bounced it off of Van Dijk. The little cheeky 1-2 with the Liverpool centre-back. And Pepe Arce gets himself another goal. This is the form we were all expecting and hoping from Pepe Arce for this season. And he is absolutely coming into his own. Lovely stuff. A second goal and 2-0 up against Liverpool. We are the giant slayers. We are doing unbelievable right now. 7 goals in 1.5 games against Man City and Liverpool. Mental. Still can't believe quite what I'm seeing here. But it's 2-0 at half-time and I'm very happy. I'm very happy, as I'm sure you are all going to be well aware and not at all surprised to hear. But we are going to make some rotations purely because we have got a big game in the Europa League up against the... Oh, God, I forgot their name already. You guys know what I mean. The one team I blooming forget their name for because I'm a terrible person. But I'm going to make some changes. And as I said, I've got that game coming up close. So actually, making all those changes I mentioned before maybe is not the smartest decision. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rest Hammerlinen. We're going to give Lamb 45 minutes, which could be a very stupid move. But we're going to go for it. I'm going to back him against Mo Salah. Actually, that's a very... No, I'm sticking with it. I'm going to back him against Mo Salah. He's got him. He's got him on toast, boys. And we're going to take off Pepe Arce and we're going to play Ilias Chair for the next 45. I bring on El Yunusi, but I want El Yunusi to play the Europa League game because he does so well for us in Europa League. To be fair, so does Ilias, but Ilias' stamina seems to be a lot higher than El Yunusi's and he seems to recover a lot better. And I'll probably give Obafemi maybe 20-25 minutes, half an hour in this game as well. So when we get to maybe 60 minutes or so, we'll see what the stamina's looking like and probably give him half an hour just to run out. Also a bit of a warm-up for that next game anyway. So good to keep him, nice and match sharp. But let's get into it. 2-0 so far. Very happy with that. Gutted, obviously, that I've taken Pepe Arce off on a brace. So he couldn't try and get his hat-trick. But I think the stamina of players is a lot more important right now than getting hat-tricks. I won't lie to you. Okay, 60 minutes gone. And we have made that last change. Lyndon Dykes is coming off for Obafemi. Just to give him half an hour. I think it looked like Oxlade-Chamberlain was potentially coming on there for Liverpool. Yeah, I think it was for Thiago. But yeah, just give him half an hour. Just get him nice and match sharp, ready for that game in Europe. And again, just rest Lyndon, so it means we've got the option of him off the bench. All the other positions that we've got on the pitch for players we haven't rotated, we do have rotation options for. So we've got people like Harvey Elliott, El Yunusi. Obviously, Ilias and or Pepe Arce should both be at least fit enough to play in that game as well. But yeah, I'm optimistic, I'm confident. And I think this is a good look for the team in the second half here. And hold on a second. Bright Asaya Samuel bursting through. Could Obafemi be on the pitch for literally a matter of moments and get a goal? Yes, he blooming well can. 3-0 against Liverpool, and we are absolutely flying high. This is the purple patch of form that we need to really kickstart this season and get us going. I think this is exactly what we needed, and you know what? Now we've got it. We're looking good for it. 3-0, sweaty goal is what it is. I apologise, but mate, when the goals are as important as this and the points are as important as this right now, what more can we do? We just get the points. We just got to get it. Got to make it happen. Agu going to play that ball out wide to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd in a fantastic spot. Ellis Todd to make it 5, but Alisson, other ideas. 5 to make it 4, so I'm getting ahead of myself there. Oh, I've given that ball away. Giving it to Firmino. It's not a good look for us here. Mane on the ball. Webster's going to try and cut into him. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh, he's going to get the strike, but Ramsdale with the first real thing he's had to do across, I don't know, probably both games almost, really. But, mate, huge stuff from Ramsdale. Had to be alert to it. And, mate, that is a sign of a good keeper. When you've had nothing to do and you still pull off a worldie save when needed. Lovely stuff there. Let's get rid of this now. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Be careful here. Got to not let them get a chance here. Again, the clean sheet would be phenomenal, especially with how important goal difference is looking like it could be for this season. Agu and Fisher both trying to keep Fabinho out there, and we forced them right back. You can see they're having to recycle it. They could still work it forward. We've got to be alert still, but this will be the last chance of the game if they do get an effort in, and they get it back to Keita, but they take too long, and that is full time. That is a fantastic result from us there. So happy to say we can come away with that and get ourselves another 3 points. 3-0 against Liverpool, 5-0 against City. What an episode, man. The two of the best teams, if not the two best teams in England. Maybe not in real life right now with Liverpool having a bit of a stinker season, but, mate, I have to say, what a result. What an episode today. We've absolutely destroyed anyone that's come up against us. Pepe Arce with a blinding game today. So happy for the boys. Again, we kept them so quiet, man. Okay, so you can see, obviously, our next game is up in the Europa League. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get us off to the first very quickly, just so we've got that next day, and we can have a little look at the new young players coming in. Let's see what's being said. Also, we've got a progress assessment. Hello. Brand exposure. What have I not done? Let's have a little look-see here, because they're having a little go at me. Sign one veteran player. Oh, I mean, okay. Well, that's annoying. That is quite annoying, isn't it? Do we still have January? We're not in January. No, we're in November. Okay, so by the look of things, in November, I'm going to have to sign some old geezer to the club, which is not ideal for us, but that's okay. Let's have a little look to see at this current report. So, Reggie Lamb doesn't look too bad, you know. I think I'm going to sign Reggie. I should have waited because Louis Bateman, he's got a lower start. We'll come back to Louis Bateman because he looks pretty good too, actually. I probably should have waited and compared the two of them instead of just instantly signing the first guy we saw. Okay, Jake doesn't look too bad. A higher start than Louis, but he's central, which we don't particularly need. It's more that we need a left back right now. And Liam Drew does not look great. Okay, have we got more time on this one? No. He is 6'5", you know. Have we got any idea of what his speed could be? Sprint speed 50 to 94. That doesn't tell me too much, does it? What's Louis saying? Sprint speed 43 to 87. It's not telling us much. Anyway, I think I'm gonna sign. You know what? I'm not gonna sign either of them. I'm gonna be a bit cutthroat with it. I'm not gonna sign either of them. And what we will do is I'm going to have a little look at our youth players currently and just see if I think we need to send any more youth scouts out. Because James Tucker, 50, but he's 94 potentially, but 76 minimum is not too bad. But he's a CDM centre-back and centre-mid. So actually I'm glad we didn't sign that other guy. Reggie Lamb, obviously a right-back. I might see, he's left-footed, you know. We're gonna train him to become a left-back. Because he's left-footed. It's only going to take 2 weeks. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that indeed. But okay, keep these guys training. 71 to 91 and then 76 to 94. Fantastic. Very happy with that. But that is going to be where we end today's episode. Just before we finish up, I will have a little look-see and see where we are in the league. You can see now we are top of the table with that huge win against a team whose name I always forget. That is now their new name, just so you know. But we are now in second place. Love that. Okay, another team dropping points. Palace got another loss. Liverpool got, obviously, a loss against us. And Man City with another win. But Chelsea United, Arsenal, and, of course, QPR on 25. 5 points ahead of them, though, is Spurs. It's still, it's early days. But that's a big lead starting to pick up a little bit here. Have they got any tough games? They've got United next. So United will either drop off 3 points or Spurs could drop 3 points. So that's going to be a tricky one. And one we're going to have to keep our eyes open and on to. But that is where we're going to end today's episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, then please do leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel. And, of course, the series out a whole bunch. If you're a new channel, then please do hit that sub button, turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video, or indeed go live in the live stream. And don't forget, we stream over on Twitch as well. Hursty Games YT over there for some different content on that one as well. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. And, of course, wash those hands, guys. in a bit.
His name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know. Hursty